What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Journeyman, and we are here. It's been a great journey, and you see, this season we have made it to the competition where we are the holders. We've made it to the final. DFB Pokal should hopefully be a fitting way to finish things off. Somehow, sometimes these things work out. Hannover 96 is not even in the Bundesliga. They're in the league below. So they've done very well. So I don't want to say this is going to be too easy because they're winning games in the cup. Maybe they had an easy run. But what we really want to find out is, did we hold on to top of the league? Oh boy, we did. And it was close. 2 points in the end. And again, the reason why I didn't finish with 2 games in this episode, because we want an element of rounding things off as well. Round up the journeyman. It's been a great journey, hasn't it? And yeah, that will push it like an hour long, because normally 2 games episodes, you know how they'd go like 30, sometimes 40 minutes. So with all the content. And yeah, that would basically, to make sense of that. But yeah, the last few days I've just been really grinding through other work I've got, just playing through games as much as we could. The February was a bit tough. Europa League didn't quite work out. And again, for like the tactic I've been using, maybe not so good in February, but you know, as a season as a whole, we've done pretty well. And we came out of that. Like, it's no shock after we're not in an additional competition, then we went on our like early season run. Even though we did that, it was in the group stage. Group stage not as hard, but yeah, that just says the same thing probably for the Champions League. Like you never know. Anything's possible in FM and football, but realistically, to build a Champions League winning squad, like, yeah, it's probably not going to be next season, to be fair. Even though this season we've managed to just edge out Bayern Munich, we couldn't beat them away from home, which is understandable, but we go through to earlier in the season, we beat them at home. So that's kind of, you think it might work out that way. Away is always going to be harder, but we make it to the final again. Very happy with that, and yeah, I'll balance it so it's just not. Yeah, I don't feel we have to show too much at the end. Like Continental Rep, we've done so well starting as a Sunday League footballer. Remember at the very start, you can just go back to it anyway and see how we started. Everything was minimal. Everything was as low as you could simply put it, and yeah, as challenging as you could simply put it. To be honest, yeah, really couldn't make it any harder for ourselves. And yeah, we'll round up, you know, you can see here how we started, as I said, Curzon Aston, where we were fighting for that early job. It wasn't easy. But let's get into this cup final. I was leading to say it as well, but again, there's a lot of information. Like my tactic. When I touched on my tactic just a couple minutes ago, I put that on my Patreon. Same level. I've got like previous saves I've done, and the Journeyman's going to go onto that. As I just said, Champions League. Maybe you'll be very good, even better than me, and you could win it in the first season. Well, I didn't really have a crack at the Champions League. And yeah, even on the Patreon there, that's why I will play. At least it makes sense. Like you would understand I'd only play this up to FM23, but I might play it a bit more off camera. But yeah, this is definitely coming in line with, you know, the start of FIFA 23 as well, which for me, I'm going to say is tomorrow because it's midnight on the 27th. But so, yeah, like I say it as Monday night still. And yeah, Australia get it pretty early, or it'll hit midnight before a lot of other countries. But anyway, yeah, that's why I was really gunning to get this done. Really gunning to get this done, and let's finish it in style. And even that last game as well, we're missing Flores. He'll come in for Espiguinha. He'll come in. Maicon, like... Remember the season before? I'm still going off that, like how Bjorkan, yeah, he was missing the last game as well. Expected return 3 to 7 days. like Wagnerman's good enough and Odriozola, and maybe to show the point why we signed him and he wasn't a complete failure in terms of why we went for his signature, but I wouldn't say he was as well. I think at 205k, very good value. His transfer value would say is about it's around that, but he's not someone you'd really try to sell because you wouldn't get. He's someone. Look at that wage again, man. We've made. I can't even remember we're not going to go through everything as well. But like all individual, not that we could probably anyway do it the same. But yeah, when we're at this point in different saves, and of course, Brunei wants a new deal again. We're going to round this up at this point. So yeah, if anyone, anyone that's on the Patreon at that level, you can make the future choices if you want to, of course, if you've enjoyed this save enough and you want to continue it for yourselves. But it's funnily enough, who else were we going to bring in? Okay, Maicon, no. Yeah, Lanera, Coyle, Maicon, yeah, and Bjorkan. He's just not 100% fit to play. And then you could put Camo in for Valakari, but Valakari's been pretty good considering for the whole season he's essentially played out of position and he's only competent. So he's getting there. He's 30 years old, mind you, as well. So this is what the strongest team has kind of been. Maybe Bjorkan at left back and Wagnerman at right back instead of Odriozola. And honestly, the 4 rotating centre backs, you put Dorrington in. And who else would we rotate? Like Dan Mulder sometimes as well. So that's generally how that was looking. Yeah. So pretty happy with that. But yeah, Brunei, Barbosa and Dorrington especially. Dan Mulder's a bit on the younger side, but he's always improving and a good player for the future. So we are looking pretty good. Let's get into the game. So yeah, definitely we expect to get the job done. We accept that really, we got to beat this team. When we think we've won the Bundesliga and they're in the league below, but they're on good form, obviously, to make it. Go win that trophy, show everyone what we're capable of. Yeah, keep it nice and simple. And Darko is, he's such a cult hero. Man, I feel we should control this game pretty well where we can have a general conversation as well. When I've done, live streams, there'll be some people watch the older saves of, Bath City and mention certain names and, and even last year's save I did, last few years the saves have been pretty good, but that Sunderland one, was really good. And then this one I felt stepped up to a next level. He's one of those memorable, because his name as well, but because all the teams have gone to, most definitely. Flores, Star, Dubois, and not just because they rhyme with Star, Star and Dubois. Yeah. We should, we should do them. But as I said, that's why it lined up to finish right here. This was the game, and the fact that they're maybe not the best team, but we should really have a demanding finish against them. Even though we've been doing this against a lot of teams this season, that's the result we had. If we go back just to check it out, Dortmund, we're checking match stats while in another match, but we destroyed them. The red card didn't matter. We scored essentially the goals before that. There was a late 190 a minute, but we dominated the game. Yeah, we just simply dominated that game. So we had a lot of performances and maybe, look at all those kept clean sheets as well. You really get the vibe of where we've built this team, or not even just Leverkusen, but our journey as a whole, the team we've come to. And as I said in the previous, when I was Champions League would be a great goal, to finish, that's the standard thing people love to see, but there's a lot of saves where people could do that without doing arguably one of the hardest things. Oh, come on. I just had confidence. It's how fucking beautiful that is. It's the last, come on. Allow it. Allow it. It's the last one. Like, that was beautiful. Come on, man. Come on. What I was leading to say is you could have all the success in a save, but dethroning Bayern Munich, and it's no surprise. Sazi, when you've got that's just individual composure and talent. And again, we know this is not one of the best teams. They're not even in our division. But yes, come on. Come on. This is it. I always get this way. Not always, but like, I mean, I get a mix of celebrating the result, but then what we've done with the save as well. Look at these names. Almada, he's been so good as well. Like, yeah, like this is game, like how I said it was fitting just before. It's fitting to really finish in a strong fashion. That's for sure. That's for sure. Come on, guys. Let's go. Almada. Yeah, he's been one we really try and go to as well and see how he gets it. Yeah, that's so good for Darko. What a signing he's been too. Remember when we signed him, how we loaned him first with the deal to make it permanent and not at a crazy price. Someone else at his ability, you might have to spend like splash 50 million is like mad. And yeah, 3-0, you know we've got it. And of course, winning the Bundesliga. But yeah, so being really strong domestically in Germany, that's where like it's unique. Our journeyman, our top success. It's like, you want more than, one season of success, but you see where it is. You finish off with some like domestic real dominance in Germany. The last two cups. And then, dethroning Bayern Munich, which is so freaking hard. It's so hard. But yeah, back to Karasik. Look, just under 6 million. Get... oh, and look at his value now. Just get... Like, I've said it sometimes, and like, my kind of angry kind of look like right there, it's kind of like, yeah, come on, where's the respect on that? Like, you know what I mean? And that's just one side, like, and also like, we've done so well. We've done so well. Guys, get up in the comments what save you want to see in FM23. Realistically, I like this journeyman's been great, but yeah, there's been a lot of effort. A lot of effort put into this year, especially I didn't even go through like the minor, like or the major details. I probably went through the minor details. Kept it like that. I said I was like, I'm not feeling the greatest and stuff like that. But man, like physically or health-wise, I didn't have my best year. Even though like last year or so I lost weight, that's been a good thing, most definitely. But yeah, I had like other physical things happen, which is like, yeah, I got myself in the best shape I've been probably for 10 years. And then, yeah, it's, yeah, but now I'm pushing kind of out of that. So, but yeah, it was really, really tough. So, and the thing is, yeah. Oh, yeah, come on, let's keep a clean sheet today. Because, yeah, I don't like I don't want people to feel sorry for me. Like, yeah, what I was going through and the serious nature of it. But yeah, it's like, at the end of the day, we're here for the gaming videos, and yeah, don't want to overdo it in terms of what we create here. But anyway, don't get too off topic, but it's not really off topic because it's what I've been through. It's me who's been producing these videos. So honestly, okay, no clean sheet. La Quintana. Ooh, that's a name. That just goes off the tongue really nicely. La Quintana. Even if... allow it. I probably didn't say it 100% correctly, but how I said it, it sounds good. So, yeah. Credit to them, they scored there. What I was going to say is, in between. Because, as I said, this is really strong 11 for us. Any guys maybe look of the future, but like these guys are... the 11 you're most familiar with them, so it's maybe Ojazola take off, Paulo Henrique, maybe an eye for the future. You don't want to mess with the centre back partnership. Most definitely. Kudus. Yeah, there's a few players unhappy, but we've managed to turn him around quite well. Like, yeah, he's looking good now because we didn't register him for like the Europa League in the group stages. I think Kamal for Valakari and Joe Galhart. Nah, leave Darko on a hat trick. Yeah, that's probably the fitting way to play it out. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Almada, he can hit a decent free kick. So yeah, what I was going to say as well, this is generally the way it is each year when new FIFA drops, which as I said, I'm counting that as tomorrow, if it's midnight tomorrow for me, but it'll be Tuesday morning technically. But if I'm the time I'm recording this, what we're at 6 p.m. tonight for me. So when I upload this, it won't be that late for you guys outside of Australia, like if you're in Europe. But anyway, giving you real time talk. But anyway, yeah, I see that as this time tomorrow, waiting for midnight, and I'm like, yeah, it's tonight. But yeah. My point was we play FIFA for a bit, but the new FM content is definitely going to come. I touched on I'm going to make a new channel for extra FIFA as well. So maybe in the future, this will be 100% FM, Footy Manager TV, would make sense. 10 years later to make it solely FM, but yeah, it really depends. How things go. But this is on FM talk right now. This is FM22 Journeyman. And see, this is me. People might suit up, like Barney Stinson, suit up, he says that. But, like, that's not me. Like, I'm not really one to suit. Like, I might have to dig one out. Like, it's not me. It would be super fake, just trying to play that manager role. And, I never would really do that. People do. Yeah, I understand. Those that do, for sure. You get in the moment. But it would be fake. If I was to do that, it would be fake because, like, it would just be forcing it. It'll be forcing it for me. So, yeah, as I say, keep 100%. 100. What we know, we had some pretty good success. And we were building towards this. And it was like a nice little short period that we had. Just go over, to 3-1 there. We do the double. Yeah, yep. Like, that's not, obviously, that's not the most substantial achievement, probably, but where we started, we didn't win the Champions League. Not in the where is it, the FM notebook of how to finish off a save, you must win the Champions League. But I think, as I said, dethroning the Bayern Munich just as well. I think we had an amazing season, and we just did it. Like, in the league. So it's not easy. Obviously, there's these playoff type things. Games, we should say. League table, that's what we want to see, yeah. When you only clear them by a couple points, it's, yeah. They were always going to finish strongly, but are defensive. Like, I always think I've never really had a defensive-minded tactic. Even this one, I think it's more a creative type of style, but I think it speaks volumes how assured defensively it's been. So, as I said, I got this FMTV Leverkusen tactic on my Patreon as well, the same tier, this save file from this point. It'll be a literally save. We'll go through all of these messages at this point, and yeah, that's going to be it. Let's go. There it is. Like, that's the trophy there to take it in, see it. Huge. Pokal two years in a row. And then, obviously, the Bundesliga, absolutely huge as well. You should probably say that's a bigger achievement, as we've been kind of standing on. Yeah, dethroning Bayern. Come on. Just take a look at it again, and then the profile. Profile here where you see Gian, Brill Bolo, no one, Alan Velasco. I was going to, he's a real, most of them are real players for Bayern Munich. if you just take a look, man, he's only 27 or in 2030. So he starts relatively young. He's a goal scorer, gets assist as well. Very good. But yeah, is Martin Satriano. He's 29. But yeah, they've got a couple of real players in their team and a best for the season. And Montiel, the top 3 players as well. Isn't that? They're not all regions. If anything, you'd say, like there's Embolo, Burkhardt there. There's assists, you would say. If anything, the real players dominated. Look, player of the matches there. Yeah, kind of similar names. Yeah, it's pretty big. Like, it's really cool to see. Embolo, has been good in FM for quite a few years now. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna finish on a simple review of where we've come. At the start, we really showed like where our reputation has come. But now, some big moments. This is not too long. So yeah, in kind of like a timeline of things, we'll round it up here. So yeah, 2021, Curzon Aston basically got the job there. Finished second in the North, Vanarama National League North. I'll click on the teams individually, but as I said, we're not going to go review how they've been. So they're currently in the National League. Is that a relegation where they're positioned? Well, I'm like, that's that. Yeah, that's that position. So yeah, obviously they work with. Oh, that was obvious, but they haven't really. You could say they haven't pushed on from there. 21-22, we got the manager of the season in the North for all that, so he resigned, which I don't know if people thought that was weird or not, but you really had to open more jobs. I remember that distinctly. Then we got a job at Warren Point. I liked Warren Point Town, man. Like that was I think we did really, really well there. And yeah, their latest season, 9th, as we'll do. We just click on the leagues individually, so we can really take a look at like where they finish and stuff. So, we turn them around a little bit for that point, but looks like they're not holding up. Linfield generally, it's been a few years since we've been there, to be honest, but they still got Nelson. If there's still a relevant name, Nelson Kumbeni, who was really strong in that midfield position, and he's still only 27. So, yeah, shows you how young he was when he was with us. But, yeah, he's got pretty strong attributes from what I remember of that level. Like the Croaky Cup we had as well, where we got... That was at Circle Brugge. Yeah, we hold up, because it doesn't go automatically down. I thought, well, wait, hold up. So, yeah, the Mid-Ulster Cup... with Warren Point Town, we were 22-23 manager of the year, and then we were the premiership champions. So we resign. Again, it's what we were. We're success. Resign, move to the next challenge. Just on to the next one. That's it. It's moving up the ladder. We take the success here and we bring it with us onto the next one. Bang, but just go bang, bang to the next one. And that's what it was like. We got the manager of the year again after winning the premiership, and then we were hired Qingdao, China. Then look, 2025, we join manager of the year. Like, isn't this like? I feel like we're just repeating ourselves. And then we resigned. I feel like we got a we were gonna qualify. We couldn't make it into the Asian Champions League. I think there was a qualifying game and we couldn't make it, but it was just showing really that was substantial. That was substantial for us to. The only thing is, it doesn't show our successes, like what we really did. If we go to competitions, Qingdao we finished 10th there. Here we go. We finished 3rd. So that, we didn't win. We didn't win anything right there. And not in terms of the league. But we won, Chinese FA Cup 4th round. So, what's this? Knocked out by Xiongnan, yeah. So, our notable thing there was getting into a continental competition. competition, getting into the Asian Champions League, which, yeah, it's a tough competition to be in as well. But I think that's like, yeah, it's the playoffs. So did you really make it? But to have that part of the resume is pretty good. But we'll go back to all notable here. Here we go. So yeah, we didn't take the title there, but we definitely did enough to get like Circle of Brugge. So we got into Belgium, which is notable. We got the Croaky Cup. We did a bit with them, didn't we? 26, 27. Like, we really took our look, getting manager of the year or manager of the season, depending on the respective countries, how they brand it. Like, we take that. We give that and we put that to our name. Thank you very much. And yeah, we did really well. Manager of the season and manager of the year. Yeah, so we got manager of the season, manager of the year. They're obviously, yeah, different brandings and, yeah, given out at different times. So, Brugge, let's go through the competitions again and see what we did get there. We finished 16th. Remember, majority of the teams, we took them over when they were struggling and down the bottom of the league. So, yeah, as you can see there, they're just quarterfinal wins. Yeah, we won the Croaky Cup. We read that. Third in the championship group. Yeah. We didn't win the league because, again, even Belgium, it's there's some good teams there compared to who we were. And then Bordeaux, let's just see it here. It's just easier information to read, I guess. We did really well, finished 5th in Ligue 1. Like, that's pretty good. Like, we know, we remember that pretty well because it was only the club before. So, like, that was pretty good. We went far, like Coupe de France, or France, Coupe de France. Getting the runners up is not bad. And then 5th in Ligue 1, as we said, once more, we will. That's why we're weighing up this other job. We got a job offer. See, we didn't leave here, so it hasn't been exactly the same. We're at a decent club, but we knew it was going to be tough to turn them into world beaters. Not that Bayer Leverkusen were. And then we had a lot, almost like, look at the amount that's here compared to all the other teams have been at. Like, that's a whole lot there. So yeah, Bundesliga realistically is the biggest one there. And DFB Pokal, once again, we kind of know what we've done with Leverkusen. So yeah, that was massive. Oh, and even, honestly, just these last few days, fighting to get this done, to be uploaded by today. Yeah, the timing of it, really good. Again, in the perfect world, we would have had more of a build-up and maybe you would have got more idea. More idea how it went in the Europa League. We didn't get past the first knockout round because, again, I think it was a toll of how many games we're playing and maybe if we kept going, we wouldn't. I was still trying to go hard in the Bundesliga as well, and we still dropped points there. But then, yeah, we just had to. We had to. Because do you feel if we didn't win the Bundesliga this season, it would be kind of... That's what I felt. It could kind of be left on like an unfinished note. Like a Bundesliga win. Again, I like to see it as dethroning Bayern Munich, which kind of comes with the same description when you say you win the Bundesliga. Yeah, it kind of had to be done, and it really... But you see the result, like Dortmund as well. Yeah, that was really, really good. But obviously more than that, but you saw the stats. Like, how much we... Like, if you take out this month, which is short, like, we didn't get a clean sheet in that month was pretty tough. But yeah, I think we're pretty good defensively, and even when we're trying to go out with a pretty attacking game. And I want to finish off how we generally would have had the team, just so it looks the best. You know me, have it looking the best. And unfortunately, Karasik doesn't get a link up there, which I think is pretty wrong because he scored 26 goals, and I feel him having a good connection with the teammates and in the tactics. So, even the second tactic, I barely would ever use that. It's kind of there just for good looks, no wings. But yeah, this is the tactic I got on my Patreon. So you can download that along with this save to continue exactly from this point. We'll save it from this moment here. there we go. From this moment here, for that tier, you'll be able to download it and continue it. Pretty straightforward. Once you download the file, you put it in your games, games file. In my document, Sports Interactive. If you know how to download files, you've done that before and put them all in. So same with the tactics, self-explanatory. It goes in the tactics file. So that's it for this year of FM. Stay tuned for FM23 as I'll be doing the FIFA stuff on here. But yeah, maybe give me your suggestions. But I'm considering doing like a lower league English save. Doing the Journeyman again, I feel like, we've done this. So I want to tackle something else. I think that sounds pretty good. But thanks for the support during this year. It's been a good year, content-wise, amazing series. I'm so happy with this one. It's available to anyone to watch at any time and go back and watch. So that's what I'm kind of really happy about. When we're going through it, wondering, I didn't do a video for so many days. But the series complete now. It's kind of really neat and tidily rounded up. So I'm kind of proud of what we've done we've done that the last few years. But a Journeyman, to tie it all together, is you need to play it longer, success with more teams. So pretty much it. Generally it's a longer save. So I'm really happy about it. And if you guys got just some entertainment through any point of it, really happy. But I'm also really proud of it being a save people could watch in the future. And I might even watch it back myself, just to see from the beginning to the end. Or I'm really happy about that. So thanks for your support during the year, during the save, and then just through the struggles I went through. So again, would appreciate any support. It does help out always, if just watching the videos and liking, commenting. And that's it, because we're just getting by. I've been working and doing some doing another job just to get by, and it's still that level, because it's not the most top tier type thing, because I never really did anything else apart from YouTube. So again, we want to get back doing really strong. So appreciate the support. Went real hard this year. Let's go real hard with FM23. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for your support in the Journeyman. See you next time.